Hey everyone, and welcome back to Insights with PT. It's your girl Tammy, and I'm here with the lovely
Pastor T.
Whoop Whoop, and we're talking more about finance and making those money moves, and making money shake, all of that. You ready, Pastor T?
Born ready.
Let's get it. All right, so I guess talking a little bit more about the credit cards. Is there a right age to get a credit card, or is it just more so about like when you're financially stable?
I believe when you are 18, because you are in college. But what I think you should do, or every parent should do for their kids when they are 18, is you get a credit card equivalent to an amount of money that is backed with some money. So if you go to some banks, you deposit $500 and then they give you a credit card. Do you understand? That credit card is equivalent to that $500. It's more like a debit card for you.
Yeah.
So you don't go over that. You understand? So you go back and forth, but you maintain the money. So once you pay it back, it goes back to 500. Once you pay it back, it goes back to the 500. Do you understand? And so at every point in time, that's your maximum limit. That's what I did when I came to this country. And I wasn't 18. Do you understand? And I lived with it. And I had 2 children. Then, with a wife. And I lived with it. And that's how I built up my credit. Do you understand? So people can do that because we need to learn how to handle money. Not just at 18. We will have been teaching them before then. Do you understand? But by the time you are 18, you are in college, you need to understand. If there is a place where people lose money and they are reckless, it's in college. It's in college. Do you understand? Because if you don't get it right in college, you're going to struggle after college. You're going to struggle. For the first 2 years, you're just going to struggle. Do you understand? So you must get it right, because college, there is a lot of pressure on you by your friends, by people around you, and you too want to be, So these are the kind of things. Not that I didn't join when I was in school. Do you understand? It costs money. Do you understand? But you have to make up your mind that you deny yourself of something if you are going to pay for that,
Yeah. So then, speaking about, the college students and even the young adults as well, how should they start building up their financial portfolios as well? And what advice do you have against those spending habits that we have in college? 'Cause I know when I was in college.
Number one, you can't build up any financial wealth if you don't know how to save. It starts from there. Do you understand? When I was in college, and this will shock you, my dad was giving me an allowance monthly. And he started giving me in my second year. Because my first year, it was just all a fight and
Yeah.
But second year, I started giving me. It was a good sum. But there were a lot of my friends who had more that they were giving. But with mine, I was still able to give my mom some out of my allowance. Now, so I had to make up my mind that I will settle myself with this. And I understood struggle a long time ago. Like I told you, I've always been doing things to make money on the side.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's how I got by. There are some things I don't get into because I know I can't write a check. You understand? You have to understand that savings is the least of investments. If you don't know how to save, there's no way you can invest. So my suggestion to people is that with whatever comes into you as income, look at the percentage of that money and say, this is going to savings. Like I told you earlier, I'm a believer. And I'm a believer that believes in paying tithes. It doesn't matter what anybody's saying out there online. None of them died for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to listen to you. I'm just going to go by what I believe in, which is to honor God with my tithe. So what so if I take 100, if I had $1,000, I know 100 belongs to God.
Yeah.
That's number one. Then my free will offering. It could be anything, but I know I go to church 4 times a month. So even if it's $10, I give. We're just using hypothetical numbers now.
Yeah.
That's $20. So I know that $120 already
It's
is out of it.
Yeah.
So you have $880 left. So in the $880, I have to determine a percentage that will be savings. So I want to save 20% of my income. So I save 20%. Do you understand? That's about $170.
Yeah.
Thereabout. Is the rest I'm spending. Is the rest I'm spending. Now, if that rest is not enough, there are 2 ways I can deal with it. Number 1 is I reduce my expenses.
Yep.
Number 2, increase my income. There are 2
That's
ways.
it.
Do you understand? So if I'm living a lifestyle that the remaining balance is not, cutting it, then I reduce my expenses. I make sure maybe I don't eat out. That's the challenge with your generation. You eat out 90% of the time. And the moment you start eating out, you're going to pay more.
Oh, yeah.
Because the people selling that food out there, they are going to make profit. Do you understand? So that's it. They've added value to the food, and they are going to get the added value from you. So that's number 1.
Pastor T, I have learned a lot. And I know everyone watching at home has learned a lot. We've talked about finances. If you have any other questions or any other topics that you would love to discuss here with Insights with PT, don't forget to send those questions, send those thoughts, send those topics to insightswithpt@jesushousebaltimore.org. Pastor T, it's been lovely talking with you. We're at a beautiful golf course. It's sunny. Like you said, the money is making ourselves.